Hey guys, this is a video for the pose position in running. So, in the pose method developed by Dr. Nicholas Romanov, one of there are three characteristics, right? The fall, the pull, and the pose. And these are characteristics that are relevant because no matter how you run, every runner has to use them when running, right? The thing is that the more efficient you become are using those characteristics, the more efficient is your fall, the more efficient is your pull, and the better is your pose, the better your running technique becomes, right? And so the pose is the following position. I'm gonna start in what we call the springless position, which is like I'm ready to kind of jump. Everything is a little bit loose, and then I'm gonna go here, right? So my weight is shifted forward toward the ball of my foot that is on the ground. My heel is pointing towards my butt. Remember that's how I'm pulling. And my foot is right next to that knee. And if I just fall, you'll see that I'll be, if I just start falling here, right? If I just shift my weight a little bit farther forward, I can go right into my pose on the other, pose position into the other foot. And if I just repeat that, I'm running. So the pose is interesting. Like in the fall and the pull, there's a lot of changes that you can think of as a runner. You can increase the angle, really focus on that. You can change the mechanic of the pull, right? So a lot of people pull like this, a lot of people pull like this, and so the more you pull like this is better. So there's a lot of play and a lot of gain to be done in those two aspects. On the pose, everybody has to pass by this position, no matter who you are or how you run, you pass by this position. So the first, and it's automatic, so the first thing to do to improve it is just to bring awareness to it, right? And so when you're running, the first rule that I have my athletes do is like, okay, just think about the pose, just like feel it when you pass through it, just feel it when you pass through it, and observe it. That's step number one, just becoming aware, right? And awareness leads to management and control. Good, but then after, and that's a little bit dry for most athletes, like all running techniques is super dry for most athletes, and only the hard workers really go through the necessary steps to improve the technique, but it's a little bit dry. Once you have done and pay attention to that pose and you feel it, the next step to improve your pose, and this is this might seem paradoxical, is to stay a little bit longer. Try to force yourself to stay a little bit longer in pose. And why is that? Because if you're falling and you're staying in pose, the longer you're staying in pose, the bigger your angle of falling is gonna be, and the faster you're gonna end up going, right? It's completely contradictory to the belief that like you have to move your legs really fast. That, you know, like that you have increased your cadence, increase your stride at the same time. And even though I'm all up for high cadences, this might seem a little bit contradictory. Just stay a little bit longer in the pose. So that will be, as soon as my athlete is aware, can show me awareness of that pose, I ask them to spend a little bit more time in the pose during their runs, and just that creates a lot of big change. Like all the changes in running, this is a drill that you cannot, you know, like if you're running 10 kilometers, just focusing on that for the whole 40 minutes that it takes you, it's exhausting, right? Like nobody has that capacity. And so like all the drills in running, I'm always asking my athletes to like come back to them, right? Like think about them for a second, and then when you feel like you lost it, come back to it, right? Like the task is to pay as much attention as you can, but don't worry about paying attention completely. Now, those are the easy ways to introduce the pose running into your running. There's a few drills that I like to do, that I combine this with my running, and the first one is a falling in pose, right? So I'm gonna start here, and I'm just gonna fall, and I'm gonna try to land on the other foot with pose, right? Like, so I do this when I'm warming up, fall, and find balance there, fall, right? And I just do that. And one of the things that I would like you to do in this falling is really fall and see where that foot is landing, right? Like, so if the more you fall, you'll see that the more that foot is landing under me, and that's awesome. That is the best. That is the best way to use your anatomy to lower the impact of the fall. And then we have typical other drills, right? Like the punish drill and so on, in which I can be here and find that pose, like make sure that I'm finding that pose, and I can even do that same drill here. Sorry, let's do it over there. Here in the wall. So I'm here, I start in pose, right? And those, you can get a little bit creative combining the three elements of the run, right? The pose, the fall, and the pull, and combining, making your own drills if you want to. The idea is there just to get some repetitions and make sure that when you get to your running, there's a little bit of transfer there, which there should. Anyhow, give this a try. Let me know how it goes.